Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. In the glittering lights of the quiz arena, where knowledge reigns supreme and minds clashed like titans, Paul Sinha, famously known as the Sinnerman on The Chase, stood as one of the fiercest intellects the show had ever known. With his sharp wit, encyclopedic memory, and signature dry humor, he was a formidable presence. But behind the scenes, an invisible battle raged. It started with a tremor, so slight it could have been mistaken for nerves or fatigue. Paul had laughed it off. "Too much caffeine," he joked to a crew member. But as months passed, the tremor grew persistent. Buttons became harder to fasten. His once fluid speech sometimes stumbled. A visit to the doctor turned into a series of tests, and finally the diagnosis arrived like an uninvited guest in the middle of a quiet dinner: Parkinson's disease. That moment, frozen in time, would mark the beginning of a new journey, one that wasn't about trivia or television ratings, but about strength, acceptance, and resilience. Paul, ever the performer, didn't let the world see the weight he carried. On the show, he remained the quick-witted chaser, dressed sharply in his suit, eyes glinting with challenge. But behind the scenes, every appearance took more effort. His medication schedule became as meticulously planned as his quiz prep. Sleep, elusive. Fatigue, constant. Fans began to notice subtle changes: a slower walk, a softer voice. But the questions kept coming, about celebrities, history, science, and he answered them all, almost defiantly, as though daring the disease to dull his brilliance. Then came the day he decided to speak out. In a candid video posted on social media, Paul sat on his garden bench, no suit, just a plain jumper and a look of calm resolve. He began, "I've always believed in facing facts head-on. It's been a few years since I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and it's progressing." The confession was simple, raw, human. He said, "Some days are harder than others. There are moments when I struggle to type or even to get out of bed. But I'm still here, still fighting, and still answering questions faster than most people can read them." The outpouring of support was overwhelming. Fans, colleagues, and even former opponents flooded his inbox with love, admiration, and heartfelt stories. Some said they had family members with Parkinson's and found strength in Paul's openness. Others simply thanked him for being a light in their evenings for so many years. Bradley Walsh, host of The Chase, posted a tribute video. He said, "You've always been one of the sharpest minds I've ever met, mate. But more than that, you're one of the bravest hearts." Yet amid all the praise, Paul remained grounded. In interviews, he made it clear he wasn't looking for pity. He said, "I'm not a hero. I'm just a man doing his job with a few more hurdles." Despite the sad health news, Paul refused to let Parkinson's define him. He continued his stand-up shows, though sometimes seated. He kept writing, though slower, and he kept chasing, on screen and off. In one memorable episode of The Chase, a contestant nervously said, "I hope I can keep up with you, Paul." He smiled warmly and replied, "Some days, I hope I can keep up with me too." And so the world watched not just a quiz genius, but a warrior, fighting not with swords or shields, but with courage, laughter, and a refusal to let a cruel disease steal his identity. Paul Sinha's battle may be silent, but his voice, his intellect, and his spirit roar louder than ever, because the chase, for him, isn't just on TV, it's life itself. And he's not done running.